Day in the desert. Start with the chamois, just the good stuff. I think I forgot my heart rate monitor today. Down a few pounds.
Are you?
161 this morning. And I had 1,000 calorie Oreo cookie sundae from Baskin Robbins last night. Lauren and I were sitting on the couch. I was like, you want to go get ice cream? So.
Well, Lionel's 165.
I know.
5 pounds of muscle.
I've been trying to lose a few pounds, just like very, very passively. Because every time I try to lose a couple pounds, I end up injured or having a setback. So just been eating a little healthier. But coach told me specifically, eat like you're training 5 hours today, even though I'm only training 3 hours, just to make sure I'm overfueled and pushing the power. And I don't know, we're not starting to carbo load yet, but it's pretty hard to overeat when you're training this much. So anyway, we decided whether or not we were gonna make a YouTube video today, and we decided to do it because even though it's basically the same workout and the same thing as last week, sometimes triathlon training, you just should take the same bike and the same car and the same day and go do the same loop every Saturday, every damn Saturday. And people have asked how I've gotten stronger on the bike, and it's like, I don't know, 7 years of riding hard or far every Saturday. And obviously during the week too. But I've never done crazy volume. I've always done like 10 hours a week on the bike, or sometimes 12, sometimes 13, sometimes 7 or 8. But it's just consistency, and today's a good representation of that. We're doing the same 7-mile loop with 250 feet of elevation gain per lap. I'm gonna do 2.5 hours on the bike instead of 3 hours last week. So sometimes when you build a training plan, you want to progress either up each week progressively, but because next weekend is the race weekend, we are progressing down from last weekend. So last weekend was an hour threshold swim, 4 times 15 minutes at race effort, and a 30-minute runoff. Today we skipped the swim. I've swam 35,000 yards in the last 8 days. So big swim block right before the race, making sure I try to get into that front pack at Oceanside. And then today, instead of 4 times 15 minutes, we're gonna do 4 times 10 minutes at race effort. And that doesn't sound like that different, but 60 minutes of work versus 40 minutes of work is basically a 33% decrease in the total intensity week over week, which is quite significant. So, coach said power cap today of 350 watts. Last week I pushed it up to 360 a couple times. We know it's there. I'm gonna just stick to 340 to 350 today if I feel good. If I don't feel good, I'll stick to 330. And yeah, beautiful day. Stoked to have the crew out here. Then we're gonna do a little run off the bike, 20 to 30 minutes. I am gonna touch a little bit of race intensity today for the first time in a month, and we're gonna do 1 mile. Not gonna look at pace. I'm just gonna put the shoes on, do a quick T2, and then run 1 mile at what I think will be 70.3 Oceanside pace, and honestly not really be too worried if it's 5:30 pace or 6:30 pace, because all that matters is race day.
What shoes do we have today?
We're running the Hokas.
You're gonna race in the Hokas?
I'm gonna race in the Hokas.
Are you? Okay.
I like them. The Carbon X. They're also just like fresh and expensive and new. I didn't want to go buy new Alpha Flies, so these are the Rocket X2. Not sponsored. Maybe next year. They're pretty cool. They're fast. I've only raced in them once at T100, and it was barely a race, mostly a jog with stomach pain and hip pain. So hopefully I get to show them some love on race day.
They're gonna match the kit a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Kit unveil is this week. It's pretty sick. Pretty bright. You won't miss me out there. Yeah, the only thing that changed from last weekend to this weekend is we're not going with the Win CDA kit. We're going with their normal road kit. So loving the gold with the matching socks. Win Republic. I know somebody commented last week saying what kit was that. That was the CDA kit from Win. So we're going with the Amex, AMACX. They are the nutrition sponsor for Team Jumbo Visma or Visma Lisa bike in the Pro Peloton, and available on the feed. Really like their stuff. And then I'm gonna do 100 grams in each of these 2 bottles. And then I also have the Amex gels, and so I'll be going with 2 orange non-caffeinated.
I love the orange ones.
And then 1 with caffeine. So this will be 290 grams in 3 hours. And this is my simulation for race day. So I will see how I like it, but pretty sure it's gonna be good. I've got plain water, 100 grams, 90 grams. And I'm not going to forget to take a gel before I start the run today.
I was just gonna say I'll make sure I remind you.
So we didn't do a detailed bike walkthrough last week, but this is the new Felt IA 2.0. It's pretty sweet. I really enjoyed riding it last week, and this will be ride number 2. The setup is SRAM Red with NV SES 6.7 wheels. These are hookless wheels. They're new model. I run these at 60 PSI, and we've got 27mm race day tires, also from NV. They're awesome. So I'll be racing with this front wheel in Oceanside, and then I'll throw the disc on the back. The crankset is a 56 43 tooth, you can see here, with 160mm crank arm, and then the ceramic speed oversized pulley wheel bottom bracket, and then I'll have a UFO chain on for the race, and then I have the 1033 SRAM Red rear cassette. Yeah, it's a beauty, and I can't think of a single upgrade I would like to make on it, honestly. It has the Wove V8 saddle, which is incredibly light, and that saddle also allows you to directly mount this tri-rig piece on the bottom and the top with the 2 rear bottles. The first wheel, New Zealand 1X, which is a custom aero bar kit with custom printed titanium risers. And I think that's about it. A little bit of grip tape here, skateboard tape that I cut for grip, just aero and lightweight. And then these are the SRAM blips, so everything is wireless, all the shifting, the 2-button front derailleur shift. And yeah, I went from a 1x to a 2x specifically for Oceanside, just so I'm not grinding up big giant gears up that super steep climb, and wanted to see how it goes. That's about it.
It's hard with that rear bottle.
That's how I mount. That's why I lose 30 seconds in T1. I actually should practice. My shoes are gonna be clipped in, but
yeah,
it's literally like dead sprint, and then that's good.
That was smooth.
That's good enough for long course. And see you out there. All right, bro. Windy. Good mental day.
Are you gonna do one more lap and then go to the car? Oh, you're done?
Back to the car.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, great workout.
All right, cool.
Easy.
Nice.
Ready to roll? Yep. All right.
That's a nice hat, Thornley.
If you have to keep the zipper flip down. Is the thing. Flip it up, and then you can zip it down a bit, and then keep it down. And it'll stay together. But if you pop that up, it'll fall apart. Yeah. All right. This is going.
How long are you running? 30 minutes. 25 minutes. Oh, sick. Hell yeah. I did a run yesterday, last night, late at night.
I'm gonna give you my phone because it's my car key.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that was a good ride. We did 4 times 10 minutes at race effort. I was 350, 345, 355, 350 on all of them, and it felt really easy. So that's good. Didn't have heart rate today. Also didn't bring any clothes, so I'm wearing Thornley's brand new Adidas shorts.
They were not brand new.
From 7th grade.
There you go. From 7th grade.
1 mile steady, strong. 1 mile strong. and then 20 minutes easy.
Is it right into a mile strong?
Right into a mile strong.
Oh,
after
cool.
this jump.
That's.
I mean, we can warm up for like 30
You didn't tell
seconds.
me about this. Can we go 5 minutes easy? This hat's too big.
Fucking looks like Hulk Hogan out here.
I got a pig. I believe he said he had to go pee.
Done. Easy day. Easy, easy. 27 minutes off the bike.
Oh, 654 per mile.
650 average pace.
that's
First mile was 532. 532. What's that?
You guys didn't hear me just eat shit?
Who fell?
Bro, there was like a lip in the sidewalk and I went,
Oh, no.
You alright?
I'm alive. You're running. You're in
geez.
one piece.
I almost didn't.
All right, that was the day. Really good. 3 hours. I feel like I could do it again, but that's kind of how you want to feel 1 week before 70.3. And now we rest. My wife's going to the beer festival today.
You're not.
I'm picking her up because Coach says I could go, but Kyle, the media guy, says do not go. You've worked too hard.
Yep.
No beer for you. You said, do you think Gustav is having IPAs? Bro, his name is Gustav. And no, I don't think Gustav is having IPAs.
What did I say? F and it was a V?
You think Gustav slamming IPAs? That cracks me up.